Welcome, folks, to the Muscle Shoals Music Factory, live here in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. My name is Kerry Gilbert, and this is Mr. Hugh Banks, my co-host over here. And he swam the Tennessee River to get here from Killen, Alabama.
Yeah, how does my hair look, Kerry?
It's dried. It's dried now. It's okay. We had a beautiful day today, so the water wasn't too cold. So
no, it wasn't too bad.
Anyway, I drove up from Russellville, so
well,
glad to be here. Hey,
that's not as exciting as swimming the river, Kerry.
No, I know. I'll never outdo you. So
well,
I can only try. But anyway, we have a great show lined up for you. Got a couple of good friends of mine from over in Athens who are wonderful artists, musical artists, Mr. Matt Prater and Mr. Mike Cole. And we're going to have them on here shortly to play a few songs for you. And Hugh and I will play some later on in the show. But Hugh, have you got anything exciting to tell the good people here in the Shoals area today?
Well, just what happened when I went to the doctor.
When did you go to the doctor?
This morning.
And may I ask why?
I told him that I had been playing the flute and I had swallowed it.
Okay.
And he said, look on the bright side, you could have been playing the piano.
That's true. That's true, yeah. Well.
But that's the most exciting thing that's happened to me all week.
Well.
Of course, you swallow a flute, that's a pretty big deal.
You swallowed it yesterday or today?
This morning. They got it out.
Man.
Just a little ago, so I'm a little raspy yet.
Well, maybe they worked that out.
But I'll eat a peanut and it'll help.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to eat peanuts on the air?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Well, I kind of hoped it would be the...
They look nice, but they're for consumption.
Well, good.
But well, you got a new grandbaby, I understand.
Yes, I do, Kerry. And he is a cute little feller, and you know what I found out? I did some research, and they say that cuteness comes from the granddaddy's side.
Oh, really? Okay. So therefore they named him Banks.
Yes.
His name is Banks. I like that name. That's a good name.
But cuteness is inherited directly from the grandfather. A lot of people don't know that.
I wouldn't know. I don't have any grandchildren.
Well, that's what I'm here for, is to help you, see?
Man, he's wonderful looking. Good looking kid.
Isn't he a sweetie?
Yeah. Have you got that on Facebook yet?
No.
Not yet?
No. And they say my elbows and his elbows look identical.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's got genetically wonderful elbows then, that's for sure.
The way is paved for
your
that
elbows
kid,
always look great, you know.
Yeah.
Strong elbows.
Yeah. So what's going on with you, Mr. Gilbert?
Well, man, it's been a wonderful day. Had a good rain last night, and I was afraid it might turn off cool this morning, but it woke up, and man, it was warm outside. Spring has sprung, and I'm thankful to the good Lord for the changing of the seasons. And
Isn't that the truth?
especially the spring season. But I'd like to tell the folks real quick about a show that's coming up on April the 11th. And this is at the historic Roxy Theater in Russellville, downtown on Jackson Avenue, which is only about 15 miles south of Muscle Shoals. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest this month, as we do every month. American Idol contestant Garrett Miles will be our guest, and he is from down in Phoenix City, Alabama. And he was born blind, but that did not take away from his musical talent. It only made him better, I believe.
He is a fine, fine singer.
Yes, he is. He's pure country. And, you know, look at the talent that came from a lot of the blind singers, Ronnie Millsap, Ray Charles. Yeah, Ray Charles. Who else can off the top of my head? Terry Gibbs was a good one. But Garrett has a wonderful ear for music, and I think you'll really enjoy seeing him. This is called Rockin' at the Roxy with the KGB, which this show was included in the Americana Music Triangle, which is an international deal, and we are very honored to have our show a part of that Americana Music Triangle, which features music from the past and present, from Nashville down through Muscle Shoals to New Orleans and back over to Memphis and back up to Nashville. So you'll be hearing more about the Americana Music Triangle in the near future. And it's primarily to promote tourism nationally and internationally. And so we're excited to be on that trail. And this show is April the 11th at 7 p.m. And this show is monthly. And we've been playing at the Roxy. The KGB, our band, has been playing at the Roxy now for 7 years, every month without fail, except about 2 months, I believe. And one of the longest running live monthly consecutive music shows in the state, I believe. And it could be from here to Branson's what I'm trying to say.
Been going along. 7 years is a long time.
7 years is a long to have the show. We're fortunate to be a part of it, and it's brought to you by the Arts Council in Russellville. The Franklin County Arts Council does a wonderful job promoting the show, and it's at the Roxy Theater. Tickets are only $10, and you can get them at the door, and $5 for children 6 to 12, and those who are under 6 will be admitted free.
Now, does that mean under 6 feet tall, or
no,
is that
under 6 years old?
Under 6 years old.
I need to be specific.
I wish you'd be more specific.
Or
Kerry.
Pacific. I need to be more Pacific.
Be more specific. Yeah.
But the profits from the show go to the Arts Council's ongoing efforts to restore the theater, and it's a very costly operation to outfit. I know that during the winter months, the electric bill is like $500. So
like for a day?
Yeah, for one day.
Or actually less than a day.
So, you know, I want to see the theater flourish once again and become, have weekly activities there. And this is just one show that can be a part of that. So that's down in Russellville. The show is April the 11th at 7 p.m. Tickets go on sale that evening, 6 p.m. at the door. So I wanted to mention that. Mr. Garrett Miles is excited to come, and we're excited to have him. So.
And the doors open at 6?
6 p.m.
Now, do they only open at 6, or, I mean, do you have to rush through right at 6?
Yeah, because they may close.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll open back up or not after 6.
Probably, though, after 6 you could get in.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe at 7.
Okay.
And,
well, let me ask you this, Kerry.
Ask me.
You mentioned the Americana Music Triangle in New Orleans, and that reminded me of these two guys that were traveling to New Orleans.
That's in Louisiana, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I've never been there.
I've heard of it.
Anyway, they were arguing back and forth. One of them said, it's New Orleans. And another one said, it's New Orleans. Back and forth. So just about the time they got inside the city limits there, one of them said, let's stop here and we'll settle this argument right now. So they went in this place and the guy said, how do you pronounce the name of this joint? Real slow. He said, Burger King.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's...
Care for a peanut?
No, not right now. I'm working up an appetite. But like I said, I think I mentioned he was an American Idol contestant. And he made it to Hollywood and got sent back home. But that does not take away anything from his talent. He made it to Hollywood, and that's a big thing. Only if you're good, you make it.
And the judges loved him, too.
Yes, they did, yeah. So he's an American Idol contestant, officially. We can say that.
And he's an interesting young man.
Yes, he is. He's very funny, and he can quote just about every line in Tombstone and Sling Blade. And so, therefore, I automatically loved him when I first met him. We were tossing lines from the movies back and forth. So he's just a hilarious guy. He plays well and sings well. He's got a great heart.
And he can sound like a record player going backwards.
Yes, he can.
You remember him doing that squeaky?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got to get him to do that when he
We
comes.
will. Yeah.
And he can sing part of "I've Been Everywhere" too.
That's pretty impressive.
And maybe he can do it, and I can do a verse or two or something like that. That'd be fun.
Yes, it would. But you're gonna love Garrett Miles, people, and once again at the Roxy, April 11th. So hey, before we go to break here, I want to do a song I've been working on all weekend long.
What's the name of it?
It's called Robert and Priscilla.
Robert and Priscilla. A lot of people would pronounce that Robert.
It's
you know
Robert.
that.
Robert.
Robert.
Yeah.
Robert and
different
Priscilla is the name
pronunciation.
of it?
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to sing just a little of it.
All right.
And
We'll,
I think it's a hit. It's very catchy.
well, we in the studio audience will make a judgment.
Okay, let me sing a little of it for you. Tammy and a Randy, 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 Tammy and a Randy.
I love it.
Tammy and a Randy. It's catchy, isn't it? Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and a Randy.
Oh, yeah.
They broke up.
Who?
Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and a Randy, Tammy and... You liked that hook line, didn't you? They broke up.
Well, I think it's the feeling you sing it with. That's what gets to me.
Well, I'm not really... I'm seated. Wait, put me on stage. You'll see some feeling. But
Is he
look
telling
for
us that it's coming up a commercial break?
I think it's coming up something. But anyway, we're so glad to be here at Muscle Shoals Music Factory. Hugh Banks, I'm Kerry Gilbert. Matt Prater and Mike Cole will be coming up on the next segment. Thanks for tuning in.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
Have you been living with pain for so long it's become part of your everyday life? Then you should know that chiropractors are trained and licensed to treat pain without surgery or drugs. So, if you want to leave pain behind, visit your local chiropractor today. It's the natural way to stay healthy.
I'm Mark Lowe, General Manager of University Chevrolet Buick and GMC. Get $10,000 off on any new 2015 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Get $6,000 off on any new 2015 Chevy Malibu LSs. Plus, we'll throw in a 50-inch flat screen TV on every select new vehicle purchased.
Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, one of the largest in North Alabama, proudly announces the opening of the Suites, a quiet, spacious facility with all of the comforts of your home, plus the added security of 24-hour care. This 15-bed addition offers all private suites that include private restrooms with walk-in showers, carpet and hardwood flooring, kitchenettes, and a fine dining experience. Call Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, where an admissions specialist will answer your questions. Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, loving excellence in senior care.
Chappie's famous fried chicken, fresh cooked to order chicken, farm-raised catfish, scratch-made sides, Delta hot tamales, and award-winning hot wings. Chappie's, Blues, Brews, and Bird.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Muscle Shoals Music Factory. I'm Kerry Gilbert, and I'll tell you what, I've got two guys back over here behind me that are wonderful musicians, and you're going to really like them. Let me get over here and where I can introduce them, okay? I have my friend Matt Prater here, and also my friend Mike Cole, and they come from up around Athens, and you're going to really love to hear these guys play music. I'm going to start out with my friend Matt. I saw Matt about I guess it's been over a month now, over at Champion's Chicken one night playing music. I'd heard about him, and I walked in, sat down, placed my order, but during that time I could hear the music going on in the background, and I knew when I heard Matt that he was the real deal, folks. And he had the pure voice, and was really digging what he had going on. But I want to introduce Mike. I'll let Matt introduce Mike, but I want to ask first, Matt, you grew up around Athens, which they have a wonderful bluegrass festival every year at the college up there, and I've been to several times. I'm sure you frequented that.
Oh, I try to go anytime I can.
Yeah, it's the, what is it called? The
Fiddler's Convention.
Fiddler's Convention, yeah. Matt, first of all, I want to ask, when did you start playing music, and what were your earlier influences?
Well, I started playing probably about 10 or 11 years ago. I grew up in a musical family and grew up playing different instruments off and on, never really trying too hard at any of them, just sort of pick them up, put them down. My parents both played in church, and so it was, but the whole time I was growing up, I was into everything else. So I got, that's about 10 years ago, I got into it, started writing, and started out in church and started writing lots of different types of songs, and then just went from there. My influences on music are probably my biggest influence, and my favorite probably is Merle Haggard. I love Merle Haggard country, but I love everything from rock to jazz to, I just love any good music. You know, if it's good, I love it. You know?
That's me. I always tell people I like everything from Merle to Motown.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And so got a little bit all of it in my blood also.
And Mike, I've known Mike off and on for years, and when I first started playing out, he was nice enough to sort of take me under his wing, and I was playing out restaurants, and I'd get Mike to be the side man. He's just an unbelievable talent on guitar, and he can sing and do everything else too. So.
Well, I recognize talent when I saw it.
But we have a good time playing together, and good man, good friends, and I'm just excited about being on the Muscle Shoals Music Factory.
Well, man, I'll tell you, this is our inaugural show that I'm hosting, and it's just an honor to have you two as our first guest. And
thank you for having us.
Well, I appreciate you coming on over from Athens today. You didn't have to swim the Tennessee River.
No, I didn't swim it.
Okay. You just swam along the Elk River, I suppose.
That's right, I did. We paddled a few times.
But you got here plenty of time early. You dried off and everything.
Oh, yeah, so. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Hey, I want to tell you what. One of my favorite songs, you gave me a CD the night I met you, and it's a true story about a barber.
Right.
That lives in Athens, and he has cut hair there for many years.
Right.
And I want to tell us about that song, and I would love to hear you guys start out with this song.
Sure. I wrote this about my barber, and I started this song several years ago, and just kind of put it down, never really finished it. And then I picked it back up, just was going through, some writers say never throw anything away, so I'm glad I didn't. And I went back and finished this song, and it's a true story. I always felt like I was going back in time anytime that I went to Mr. Carwild's barbershop. It was a good feeling too, and it was, you know, we all grew up watching Mayberry and all this, and just the small town feeling, and the pride that he took in his work, and he was a real craftsman, and that showed through, and just there was something about it that inspired me. And so I wrote that song about it. He told me one time that the Beatles nearly put him out of business, and I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, man, you know.
That's the hook, man.
Yeah, I was like, there
hook.
It is. Yeah, so.
That line sticks out in the song.
Yeah, it's
sure.
interesting. You know, that's funny how music from another part of the world there came and impacted a small town barber. I mean, it's just, can't make that up.
It's true Americana.
Thank you, man.
But I'd like for you guys to play the song for our viewers, and then I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the players on your album and where you cut it right here in Muscle Shoals.
Yeah, sure did.
So this is called The Barber. This is Matt Prater along with Mike Cole.
All right. The door squeaked open, days gone by, Confederate flags and pull-string lights, the shoe-shine chair like dinosaur bones, dust on the seat and rust on the chrome. Steady hands in a starched white shirt, scissors up high, taking pride in his work. He'd talk about the weather and the crops and such. Do you want a good trim? Yes, or don't cut much. It's been a while, son. Where have you been? Letting them women cut your hair again. Have you caught any fish? How are the kids? Growing like weeds, man, you know how it is. He said the Beatles nearly put me out of business. Back in 1963, my daddy bought these chairs, and as a kid I swept up hair and shined the shoes that walk these small town streets. When a man got his hair cut every 2 weeks and the shave was extra but the friendship was free. Now I'm the last of a dying breed. He cut Cumberland twist with an old case knife, gave me a piece and we talked about life. He'd shake out the apron across my lap and tell how the country had gone to crap. He'd talk about his son, talk about the South, tell a good joke from the side of his mouth. I could smell the powder as he brushed off my neck, lowered my ears and then asked who's next. Said the Beatles nearly put me out of business. Back in 1963, and my daddy bought these chairs, and as a kid I swept up hair and shined the shoes that walk these small town streets. When a man got his hair cut every 2 weeks and the shave was extra but the friendship was free. Now I'm the last of a dying breed. In my mind I imagine he's always there, historical figure behind that chair. True Americana, etched in stone, standing like a sculptor with clippers and comb.
That's a hit song.
Oh, thank you. I had the wrong harmonica on, if you wonder why I started to blow it and didn't.
Well, I thought it might have jammed up on you. I didn't know.
No, that's like, wrong key. I heard.
I knew you jumped off the note real quick.
Yeah.
And I had a hankering.
It wouldn't be TV if something like that didn't happen, would it?
Yeah, that's true. I had a hankering to jump in on that harmony.
Well, why didn't you, man?
Well,
I heard you come in there. I was like, well, there we go.
We Why don't we just do the chorus? I'd love to sing along with you, just to say I
Okay,
did.
all right, here we go. He said the Beatles nearly put me out of business back in 1963. My daddy bought these chairs, and as a kid I swept up hair and shined the shoes that walk these small town streets. When a man got his hair cut every 2 weeks and the shave was extra but the friendship was free. I'm the last of a dying breed.
That's Mike Cole playing that wonderful guitar over there. Matt Prater. The song is called The Barber, and it can be bought on
Sure
Matt
can.
Prater's website.
Yes, and iTunes and pretty much any e-retailer out there. I've got a distribution thing that's got it out there.
I've got a copy of it, and I'll vouch
Yeah,
for
dude.
it.
Well, thank you.
It's great, and I want more.
All right.
I see 2 more sitting over there on the table.
I do have 2 other projects that I did, and a lot of shows.
And I'm
people were
aiming to
involved.
get them before I leave here.
Sure thing, man.
But that is a wonderful song. That's a hit song. And matter of fact, I told you today I pitched it over to Marty Ray, but
Yeah,
I think
boy,
Shenandoah would have a hit
What
with that.
What a wonderful band.
It's kind of like Sunday in the South type song. But
Well,
thanks for doing it for me.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having me.
obliging me.
Yeah.
But we're going to let you play a couple more songs. And then I'm going to get Hugh Banks over here to pick a little bit with you guys.
All right.
And will you have time for one more? We have not this segment. We need to go visit our sponsors.
All right, do it.
And we have some wonderful people that advertise on the Muscle Shoals Music Factory. And we'll take a little break. Be right back. Thank you, folks, for viewing.
Chappie's famous fried chicken. Fresh cooked to order chicken. Farm-raised catfish, scratch-made sides, Delta hot tamales, and award-winning hot wings. Chappie's, Blues, Brews, and Bird.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
Have you been living with pain for so long it's become part of your everyday life? Then you should know that chiropractors are trained and licensed to treat pain without surgery or drugs. So, if you want to leave pain behind, visit your local chiropractor today. It's the natural way to stay healthy.
I'm Mark Lowe, General Manager of University Chevrolet Buick and GMC. Get $10,000 off on any new 2015 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Get $6,000 off on any new 2015 Chevy Malibu LSs. Plus, we'll throw in a 50-inch flat screen TV on every select new vehicle purchased.
Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, one of the largest in North Alabama, proudly announces the opening of the Suites, a quiet, spacious facility with all of the comforts of your home, plus the added security of 24-hour care. This 15-bed addition offers all private suites that include private restrooms with walk-in showers, carpet and hardwood flooring, kitchenettes, and a fine dining experience. Call Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, where an admissions specialist will answer your questions. Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, loving excellence in senior care.
Welcome back to the Muscle Shoals Music Factory, live right here in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, next to historic Wishbone Recording Studios over here close to the airport. I have 3 albums here, and I have one myself already. I'm going to get these 2 tonight, and I can't wait to hear them because this one right here is wonderful. Recorded in Muscle Shoals here, and I know all the pickers on this album. And Donnie Carpenter played music with me since 1992, on and off.
Man, he's great.
He is the best. But I'm talking about Matt Prater, along with his sidekick over here, Mr. Mike Cole. And I want to ask you about these albums, and just let you run with it. Tell the good people out there in TV land how they can order these, or download them online,
Okay.
or book you,
Right.
or get a hard copy. So
Right. I have a website, www.mattpratersmusic.com, and you can send me a message through there, or mattpratersmusic@yahoo.com is my email. And you can send me an email, and I'll make a way, and I sell them at my live shows, or I give a lot of them away when people can't afford them, because I just want to get my music out.
that's good, yeah.
And the first one, my first one was this Small Town Sun. The second one was The Mountain, and this latest one, and it's all over e-retailers, iTunes and Rhapsody and Spotify, all your streaming sites and all that too. So, and I tell you, it was a privilege to make this last one with musicians that I've been able to work with live, and it was wonderful. Donnie Gullett did a fantastic job recording us, and his
He is
studio
awesome.
over there,
Yeah.
fantastic guy. And his studio is Muscle Shoals Music Marketing, and he was wonderful. Donnie Carpenter was wonderful. Mike did a wonderful job. Jacob, my bass player, and it's a different thing when you make it with people that you play live with. And
Yes.
I'm so happy that I was able to.
John Davis is not
John
a shabby
Davis
drummer.
man, he is
Great.
awesome.
He's one of the best drummers around.
He sure is. He's fantastic.
Wayne Bridge on steel.
Wayne on steel,
He's not too
fantastic.
shabby.
Awesome.
But I mean, you got top-notch, world-class players
Oh
here.
yeah, and to be able, I just consider it an honor that I've been able to play with them live.
Right.
Much less have them recorded live. So
Yeah, it is.
It's-
It just makes it complete, you
it
know.
does, yeah.
But yeah, and I believe one of these albums you recorded over at my buddy Daniel Beard's
Sure did. Both
studio.
the first two I did actually. Well,
Yeah.
part of each of them was done at Daniel's place, and then we did a couple of tracks here and there, other places too. Walt Aldridge's place was on the first record because I wasn't playing very well myself when I started writing, so I got Walt to play acoustic on the first one, and he did a fantastic
He's not
job.
too bad.
Good grief, he's wonderful.
Not too
And,
bad.
yeah, and then Kelvin Wooten helped us at his place.
Man,
on
he's
the
not
second
too
one.
bad either.
He's great too. So I'm just honored to work with people. They'll let me come over and work in their studio like that.
Well, I'm sure they're glad to have you because you're a true talent and wonderful
man,
talent.
thank you.
There's nothing pretentious about you, and there's nothing fake about you. You're the real
Thank you,
deal,
man. I
brother.
appreciate it.
I've
Same
been
to
in
you.
this business 30 years this year, and I've seen a lot of talent, and I know great talent when I see it, and you're one of them, brother. Hey, I want to ask you about this album right here, Small Town Sun, where you're wearing the cat cap. Didn't Daniel Beard record this at his place?
That was at Daniel's place.
And I believe he did the photography.
My wife did the photography on that.
But didn't he do a video or
He
something?
did a video.
Yes,
of,
that's how I first heard of you.
Gravel Road. Yeah,
Gravel
Daniel
Road,
did.
man.
Sure did.
See, since
Daniel's
I've had
ultra
to,
talented. Video,
Yeah.
recording, anything. He can do it all.
yeah, I had like a mind lapse there, and when I was looking at this album, I was going, I remember this video
Yeah.
from just
Yeah.
a few years ago. Since then, I've had chemotherapy, and they call it chemo brain.
Oh yeah,
But
man.
man,
We're so glad you came out on the other side of that,
Brother,
man.
praise the Lord. I mean, I give
Yeah.
all the credit to the good Lord.
Yeah,
Thousands and thousands of prayers were answered.
that's right.
And I'm
Yeah.
so fortunate to still be here. And he is the great physician.
That's right.
And I could preach the whole night long about how good God's been to me.
That's wonderful.
But Daniel's a wonderful, good, spiritually minded guy too.
He is, yeah.
I've known him for years, and I remember he cut the video and sent it to me. And that's before I actually met you. But it's all coming back to me now. I remember the Gravel Road. That's a great song.
Thank you, man.
But now I got 3 of these. Can I pay you later?
Yeah, man. You can
Okay.
pay me later or not.
Well,
pay me
actually,
at
I've
all.
got this one. I've got this one.
Hey, you
so
paid me by
owe
having
you
me on here, man.
Man, I'm just tickled to have you here. And anyway, check him out, Matt Prater. He is for hire, and you play bar mitzvahs and hog calling contest, and
I hadn't turned a whole lot down so far.
man, play them all.
thus
You
far,
know,
so.
as long as it's a good environment, brother. You know, I say play it.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, and I always love
I tell
playing.
you what, I want to shout out another time too. I'm thankful to the people in the shows who have been booking me. You know, the Marriott
great.
shows and Champions.
Champions, Wade Baker and them, yeah.
Wade. I mean, you know, it's great to be able to be supported by having gigs. you
Yeah,
know. So
it
I mean,
is.
It's wonderful.
A lot of great folks around the
Sure
Shoals
enough.
area.
That's right.
And when Wade first started and opened up his business about 3 years ago, my band, the KGB, we played there quite a bit. And then Hugh Banks, who plays guitar with the KGB, he and I did a lot of duo gigs there, helping them get the doors open, get it up and running, and man, they're playing all kinds of music there every week. So,
That's great, man.
but it's a great venue. It's family friendly. That's what I love about it, you know. So, and it's no smoking, and that's a big plus.
That is a plus.
So, anyway, go out and check Champy's Chicken out. They are wonderful folks there and a wonderful place to eat. But anyway, check him out on Facebook.
Right on Facebook. Matt Prater. It's my music page, Matt Prater on Facebook, and our website and Twitter and everything else.
I'm friends with you.
That's right.
I'm friends with Mike Cole on Facebook.
Yep.
I think
Glad to
Facebook's
be.
good for musicians.
It
you know.
really is.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great way to market yourself, and you have a lot of wonderful friends on there. But I'm going to shut up now, and I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'm going to bring Hugh Banks in here.
All right.
And let him pick a few of you guys,
All right.
okay, going into this next break. And I've got 2 requests.
Okay.
He's got his banjo on. How about some Foggy Mountain Breakdown before we go into the break? But I'd like for you to do a good old Doc Watson number for me. And you guys trade off some licks on the breaks, okay?
All right. Well.
All right, here, come on in here,
Now,
Hugh.
you want to do the Doc Watson thing now? Or the other one?
Do the Doc Watson. Why don't you do that?
Okay. All right.
And then if you got enough time, go on into the Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Do you
Okay.
sing that one?
No.
I don't know the words to that.
You know what? Hugh knows the lyrics to a lot of the so-called instrumentals.
Oh yeah.
But he
I
makes-
bet. I've heard. Yeah.
I used to sing a lot of my instrumentals.
Sing, you did. You know, that's
Confused
good.
a lot of people.
I bet Chet Atkins was proud of you. You know, Steve Warner does that a lot. He'll sing a lot of his licks, you know.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyway, I'm going to bring him in now, the one and only and thankfully so, Mr. Hugh Banks. Boys, take it away. Matt Prater, Mike Cole, Hugh Banks.
Let it rain, let it pour, let it rain a whole lot more when I get them deep river blues. Let the rain drive on, let the waves sweep along when I get them deep river blues. Take it, somebody. Give me back my old boat, I go sailing if she'll float when I get them deep river blues. Going back, the muscle shows, times are better there I'm told when I get them deep river blues. All right, hit it, Nate. A whole lot more when I get them deep river blues. Let the rain drive on, let the waves sweep along when I get them deep river blues. Something like that. She walks through the corn leading down by the river. Hair shone like gold in the hot morning sun. He took all the love that a poor boy could give her, left me to die like a fox on the run. Like a fox on the run. Now everybody knows the reason for the fall. Woman tempted me down to Paradise's hall. Yes, she tempted me. She took me for a ride. Like a lonely fox, boys, I need a place to hide. She walks through the corn leading down by the river. Hair shone like gold in the hot morning sun. She took all the love that a poor boy could give her, left me to die like a fox on the run. Like a fox on the run. Let's do a little Foggy Mountain breakdown here.
Yeah, man. Big thanks, y'all.
Listen to that.
Work it out, Mike. That's good stuff.
Chappie's famous fried chicken. Fresh cooked to order chicken. Farm raised catfish, scratch made sides, Delta hot tamales, and award winning hot wings. Chappie's, Blues, Brews, and Bird.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
Have you been living with pain for so long it's become part of your everyday life? Then you should know that chiropractors are trained and licensed to treat pain without surgery or drugs. So, if you want to leave pain behind, visit your local chiropractor today. It's the natural way to stay healthy.
I'm Mark Lowe, General Manager of University Chevrolet Buick and GMC. Get $10,000 off on any new 2015 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Get $6,000 off on any new 2015 Chevy Malibu LSs. Plus, we'll throw in a 50-inch flat screen TV on every select new vehicle purchased.
Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, one of the largest in North Alabama, proudly announces the opening of the Suites, a quiet, spacious facility with all of the comforts of your home, plus the added security of 24-hour care. This 15-bed addition offers all private suites that include private restrooms with walk-in showers, carpet and hardwood flooring, kitchenettes, and a fine dining experience. Call Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, where an admissions specialist will answer your questions. Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, loving excellence in senior care.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
Welcome back, folks, to the Muscle Shoals Music Factory. And I have guests tonight, Mr. Matt Prater and Mike Cole from over in Limestone County. And such an honor to have them here with us tonight sharing their musical talent. Matt, tell the folks about where you're going to be playing in and around these parts coming up.
In the Shoals area, I will be at the Marriott the 9th at Swampers, the Rattlesnake Saloon the 17th, the 24th, the duo with Donnie at the Swampers, and then the 25th at Champy's.
That's good.
So that's what I got around here, and Champy's is a full band show, so that'd be a
that's
good
fun.
one to come to. Yeah.
Good. I'll try to get back out if I'm not
come
playing.
on out. We'll get you up there for sure.
No, I'd rather just listen. I don't want to throw a wrench in there and mess everybody up. But
I tell you, that's one thing. Just getting involved with other musicians, man.
It's fun,
I get a
man.
kick out of it.
But I enjoy listening.
Thank you.
You know, because I get such a charge. I learn from watching others. You know.
Oh yes.
I always have since I was a teenager. But anyway, check him out on Facebook, Matt Prater. And he'll post his shows on there from week to week. As I will on my Facebook page. I've got to give a little plug to my band, the KGB. It's Kerry Gilbert Band, Kerry Gilbert Band on Facebook. So check us out, like us. If you like us enough to share us, man, that's even better. Thank you so much. You guys play another song for our viewers.
Well, I want to play one. I'll tell them about my Merle Haggard influence. I want to play one that's about springtime.
Perfect time for it.
It was simple, and I wrote it. It was just wrote it. This is one of the quickest ones I've ever written, so mostly I'm slow. But
how long did it take you?
It was maybe
4 days.
Probably a month.
I know better than that. So.
This is called "Life Is Good," man. It make you feel good.
All right.
Dogwood trees are blooming in the yard. Clover's high and green, springtime starts. Bees and blooms and colors, sights and sounds. Life is good, just look around. A woman's love, a kiss from daddy's girl. I strum my soul guitar and try to sing like Merle. Sun is out, a disc breaks through the ground. Life is good, just look around. Just look around instead of running blind. Passing up the beauty that others find. In the sights and in the sounds, life is good, just look around. Catch a fish, take a walk, or ride a bike. Hug your kids, kiss your wife. Take a drive and roll the windows down. Life is good. Just look around. Just look around instead of running blind. Passing up the beauty that others find in the sights and in the sounds. Life is good. Just look around. 'Cause it's another day on this side of the ground. Life is good. Just look around. Don't that make you happy?
That's a wonderful song. Listen, Merle Haggard needs to hear that.
Hey, I thought of Don Williams and Merle Haggard. You know,
Don Williams and Merle are my favorites.
Oh,
but,
me too,
man. Yeah, that's it. What a wonderful message.
Thank you, man.
Man, it's just a positive message that everybody needs to know, to hear. And man, if you don't like that song, I don't think you have any business
when I
listening
wrote
to
it,
music.
when I wrote it, I thought it was so silly. I thought, well, this is just something silly I'm writing. And then I started playing it, and I was like, man, you know, kind of like it. That's kind of like the old country I used to like.
You know, I said that jokingly, and I listen to all genres of music, especially when I was younger, and I've stopped listening to some of those genres, but good, clean, morally sound lyrics make a song.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to hear. It's a feel-good song, like you say.
It is, yeah.
And I know a lot of people like, you know, the death metal and the hip hop and that's okay if that's what they like. But as I said, if you don't like that song, I think something's wrong with you. You need to loosen up a little, you know.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I said that jokingly about you don't need to be listening to music, but anyway, man, that's great. Folks, buy his downloads, buy his hard copies.
Thank you,
I know I can't wait to get that song back in my truck on the way home and listen to it. So.
Thank you, man.
But we have just a few minutes left here before we're going out and saying good night. We would like to maybe do a little Merle Haggard. Or how about some Johnny Cash?
Hey,
we haven't done any Johnny Cash. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Won't you start it off?
All right.
Let's go back and forth on it.
All right. Well, I hear the train a-comin', rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on, but them people keep a-moving on down to San Antone. There you go.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Sherfield just to watch him die. I hate I did it, but I did. But I hang that lonesome whistle and I hang my head and cry. Pick it, Mike, come on, son. Oh man, yeah. That's wearing me out right there. Mighty fine.
Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I just can't be free. But them people keep moving, and that's what tortures me.
Fry that bacon, son. He done tore him off a strip, hadn't he?
Yeah. Do another verse.
If they freed me from this
There you go.
prison, that railroad train was mine. Bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Yeah, man, you can't go wrong with Johnny
No, you
Cash.
can't go wrong with Cash.
John R. Cash.
That's it. Or Merle Travis or Merle
Any of the
Haggard.
Merles. Any of the Merles.
And any of the Georges are pretty good
pretty
too.
good too, ain't they?
Yeah. But anyway, folks, we hope you've enjoyed.
Thank you for having me.
Man,
Thank you.
it's been a
I
treat
appreciate
to have
it.
you.
Mike, thanks for
Thank
coming,
you,
buddy.
man. I appreciate
And-
it. I've had a good time.
We appreciate you folks tuning in to the Muscle Shoals Music Factory. Once again, I want to thank my co-host, Mr. Hugh Banks, and I want to thank my friend Mike Cole and Mr. Matt Prater. Tune in next week, folks. Comcast Channel 3.
Chappie's famous fried chicken. Fresh cooked to order chicken. Farm-raised catfish, scratch-made sides, Delta hot tamales, and award-winning hot wings. Chappie's, Blues, Brews, and Bird.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.
I'm Mark Lowe, General Manager of University Chevrolet Buick and GMC. Get $10,000 off on any new 2015 Silverado Double Cab LTs. Get $6,000 off on any new 2015 Chevy Malibu LSs. Plus, we'll throw in a 50-inch flat screen TV on every select new vehicle purchased.
Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, one of the largest in North Alabama, proudly announces the opening of the Suites, a quiet, spacious facility with all of the comforts of your home, plus the added security of 24-hour care. This 15-bed addition offers all private suites that include private restrooms with walk-in showers, carpet and hardwood flooring, kitchenettes, and a fine dining experience. Call Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, where an admissions specialist will answer your questions. Florence Nursing and Rehab Center, loving excellence in senior care.
Fuller Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing, real people answer our phones. Serving North Alabama and Middle Tennessee.